Speculation rises over the potential impact of Russia-Ukraine tensions on U.S. agriculture, particularly wheat and corn imports and exports. Senior analyst with HTS Commodities, Walter Kunisch, joins us now with further perspective. Thanks for joining us, Walter. Now, the conflict is coming at a time when global food prices are already near 10-year highs. What impact could we see to food inflation if there's interference to shipments from either country?
Hey, good morning, and thank you for having me. At HTS Commodities, we believe that, if there were any further disruptions of, milling wheat, feed grains like corn or feed barley from either the Ukraine or from Russia, we believe that both U.S. and global prices of those inputs could move sharply higher. Again, at this point, there's no indicator that, exports from that region would slow, but it is an event that we are monitoring.
So on the flip side, any potential upside to this for American farmers?
Absolutely. Again, if, exports of corn, feed wheat, feed barley were to slow, if some of the trade language or sanction language were to target Russian exports, again, we believe that the global export flows could shift of those commodities could shift to the U.S., which could continue to support not only futures prices but could also support cash prices as export demand from the U.S. could increase, which could create a positive situation for the U.S. farmer.
Certainly could. Now, has Russia imposed or talked about imposing agricultural export bans?
At the moment, they have not. Currently, the U.S. Doesn't export any bulk commodities, intermediary commodities, kind of mid-finished food products, or finished food products to Russia. Russia doesn't really export to the U.S. But one interesting perspective is that Russia has been really slow, and they have implemented, a ban on ammonium nitrate, which is a fertilizer, which we believe is, it creates a negative situation not only for the U.S. farmer, but for the EU farmer and also for the Brazilian farmers as well.
So how do events in and around Ukraine impact U.S. exports?
At the moment, we're watching the USDA's export sales data, and we're looking for changes in monitoring the sales data for volumes of corn, hard red winter wheat, soft red winter wheat, and spring wheat, and we're trying to identify if there's any signals inside the USDA's data that perhaps new buying is shifting to the U.S. or increased volumes are coming to the U.S. exports. We're also closely monitoring China's import behavior to see if the country pivots away from buying both Russian and Ukrainian milling wheat and feed grains, and again, shift some of that volume back to the U.S.
All right, that's Walter Kunisch there with HTS Commodities. We appreciate you joining us and giving us great insight into what's going on over there, how it impacts us.